Alright, to start off, I think having a capitalist mindset is having priorities that align with a lot of what America portrays as important. I know there's a lot of other capitalist countries, but I'm going to stick with America for this one. Things like wanting to be rich or successful, consuming the same media and products that are popular, and working hard to then build a family. Recently, I've been really thinking about whether having this mindset is actually going to make me happy and fulfilled. For example, I know a lot of middle-aged people that live the typical normal or successful life, which ends up being a stable job they tolerate, then spending all their extra money and free time on things or a new lifestyle they're only told to want that changes every year or so. They're always looking for the next thing, and the cycle really never ends. Their goals are making more money or moving up their career, which is pretty much a goalpost that can always move farther and farther. And it surprises me that people who have lived a relatively long life feel content or satisfied with this kind of way of living. Or, at least on the outside. Currently, being a college student on the business side, I can already see how people fall into this mindset. I can already see it happening to some of my classmates already. And being a college student, especially right now, it's super easy to compare yourself to others. Because the social media algorithm knows, for example, my major and how old I am. So a lot of my social media is full of people my age or younger than me that seem to have it all figured out and are making all the money in the world doing some new thing that I've never heard of before. And it's really easy to make me feel like a loser, to feel like you're already behind at such a young age, even though it's a life I don't even really necessarily want. After I've been on social media for a long time, I sometimes reflect on why I feel so bad afterward. A lot of the things I felt jealous about or got annoyed by were things that I didn't even really feel interested in or I didn't even really want. So how did an app on my phone convince me that there's something other people have that I don't, and I should feel bad or lesser than them for not having it? It's really crazy how good it is at doing that. And after taking a break from most of those apps, it feels like I have my life back. Even though I'm not doing anything much different or more productive, it's just easier to see my own priorities and values and overall understand my own purpose. It feels like I'm actually living my life instead of being yelled at by someone telling me that I should want things I don't even want. And saying out loud like that, it kind of feels crazy that I even ever let these things affect my mood so much. But that's kind of how it works. I think something that it boils down to is that capitalism survives on a system of wanting more and more, using all your time to consume things that you're told to want. It almost seems like the world is just a mess of people projecting what they think you should do and how you should feel about your life. And once you start noticing that, it's really hard to unsee. A good example of this is people who have, let's say, been cheated on in the past, making a social media account later and selling a course on how to be an alpha male, and they did all these things differently now, so nobody cheats on them, and this is the only way you should act, so women will like you. Or someone talking about how much money they've made doing this new kind of borderline sketchy thing on the internet that you don't know how it works. What I'm trying to get at is the people who are creating these kind of negative platforms are almost always projecting the exact thing that they are most insecure about. This also ties into the way people blame outside sources for all their problems. When you ask most people why they feel a negative emotion, a lot of them will blame something like the economy, their family, or some other outside source. And I think that can be a really shallow way of looking at it. Humans are super complex, and so are our issues, and it's usually not one single concrete outside thing causing all the problems. Most of the time, it's usually something internal that you really have to think about and look inside yourself to actually fix. But I feel like blaming outside sources feels so automatic, especially in a capitalist society, because it makes it easier to sell something. If you feel ugly, you should buy better clothes, better makeup, and start a weight loss drug. If you feel tired all the time, you should start drinking coffee or buy a fancy mattress that'll make you sleep better. If you feel like you're getting old, you should get surgery, buy hair dye, or get some anti-aging supplement. These things rarely make you feel satisfied in the long term, because by the time you're tired of the new thing you bought, you're just going to reach out for more and more, and that cycle is just going to continue. Because the whole time the feeling was put there by people in your environment telling you it could be solved by these things. So overall, what I'm trying to say is that if you're struggling to feel motivated or fulfilled, I would start by looking at what your actual priorities and goals are and asking yourself honestly whether those things would truly make you satisfied with your life, or whether someone else just put them there for you instead. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. See ya.